Right, let's get one thing straight from the off. If you're planning on making an epic burger, a truly magnificent mouth-watering creation, then you absolutely cannot skimp on your ingredients. It all starts here, with the basics. Forget that frozen mince that's been lurking in the back of your freezer since goodness knows when. We're talking fresh, top-quality beef mince. Something with a good bit of fat, around 20% is ideal, because fat means flavor, and it means juiciness. You want your burger to sing, not to be a dry, sad little puck. So march yourself down to a proper butcher if you can and get the good stuff. It makes all the difference, trust me on this. Next up, your cheese. Don't even think about those sad, floppy plastic cheese slices. No. We want proper cheese. A good, strong cheddar that melts beautifully, or perhaps a tangy blue cheese if you're feeling adventurous. Maybe even a Swiss Emmental for that lovely, nutty flavor and glorious melt. The cheese needs to complement the beef to add another layer of deliciousness. It's not just there for show, it's a key player in this flavor game. Think about how it will ooze down the sides of the hot patty. That's what we're aiming for, pure, unadulterated, cheesy joy. Get yourself a good block and slice it yourself. It's worth the tiny bit of extra effort. And what about the salad? Crisp, fresh lettuce is non-negotiable. Iceberg gives you that fantastic crunch, or maybe a nice romaine for a bit more flavor. No limp, sad leaves allowed in this kitchen, understand? Your tomatoes must be ripe, juicy, and full of flavor. Not those hard, pale excuses for tomatoes you sometimes find. Slice them nicely, not too thick, not too thin. And onions. Oh, the humble onion. You can have them raw for a sharp bite, or perhaps caramelized slowly for a deep, sweet flavor. Each ingredient, no matter how small, plays its part in the overall masterpiece. It's about building layers of texture and taste. Finally, the bun, the vessel that holds all this deliciousness together. It needs to be up to the job. A flimsy, cheap bun will just fall apart and turn into a soggy mess. Disaster. You want something soft but sturdy. A brioche bun is a fantastic choice with its slight sweetness and rich texture. Or a good quality sesame seed bun, lightly toasted. The bun is the first thing you touch, the first thing you bite into. It sets the stage. So, choose wisely. Freshness is paramount across the board. Fresh mince, fresh cheese, fresh salad, fresh buns. Get this right and you're already halfway to burger heaven. Don't mess it up. Alright, you've got your brilliant fresh ingredients, top marks. Now let's talk about crafting the actual patty. This is where the magic begins, but it's also where things can go horribly wrong if you're not careful. Take your fresh, quality mince. The key here is gentle handling. Don't overwork the meat. If you compress it too much, you'll end up with a tough, dense burger, and nobody wants that. We're aiming for tender and juicy. So, lightly form the mince into patties, just firm enough so they hold their shape. Make them a little wider than your buns, as they will shrink a bit when they cook. A little dimple in the center of each patty can also help them cook more evenly and prevent them from puffing up too much. Seasoning, this is crucial, absolutely crucial. A good pinch of sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper, right before they hit the pan. Don't season them too early, as the salt can draw out moisture. We want that moisture in the burger, not on your chopping board. Get your pan nice and hot. A heavy bottom frying pan or a griddle is perfect. A little bit of oil, or if your mince has enough fat, you might not even need any. You want to hear that sizzle when the patty hits the pan? That sizzle is the sound of flavor being created, that beautiful crust forming. Don't overcrowd the pan either. Cook them in batches if you must. Give them space. Now, cooking time. This depends on how you like your burger. For a beautiful medium, you're looking at about 3 to 4 minutes per side for a reasonably thick patty. Don't keep flipping it like a lunatic. Let it form a proper crust on one side, then flip it once. That's it. If you're adding cheese, place it on top of the patty during the last minute of cooking. You can pop a lid on the pan for a moment or a metal bowl to help the cheese melt into a gooey, delicious blanket over the meat. This step is pure satisfaction, watching that cheese transform. It's visual, it's aromatic, it's the precursor to something truly special. While your patties are resting for a moment after cooking. Yes, meat needs to rest, it allows the juices to redistribute. Let's talk buns. Toasting your buns is an absolute game changer. It adds a little bit of crunch, a subtle smoky flavor if you do it on the griddle, and most importantly, it helps prevent the bun from getting soggy from the burger juices and sauces. You can toast them in the pan you cook the burgers in, soaking up some of those lovely beefy flavors. Or under the grill for a minute or two. Just a light toasting is all you need. Golden brown, not burnt for goodness sake. Pay attention. This simple step elevates the entire burger experience significantly. Now, for a bit of fun, a bit of theater, let's say you're not just making any burger, you're making the burger, a colossal monument to meaty magnificence. Or perhaps you just want to add a touch of industrial chic to your culinary process. This is where, believe it or not, a crane comes into play. Yes, you heard me, a crane. Not a massive construction crane, mind you, unless you're building a burger the size of a small car, which, while ambitious, might be a tad excessive for a Tuesday night. We're talking a smaller, perhaps a workshop engine crane, or even a playfully oversized toy crane if you want to keep it purely symbolic and utterly bonkers. Imagine this. Your perfectly cooked, monstrously thick patty laden with molten cheese is ready. How do you get it onto the bun without a structural collapse or, heaven forbid, dropping the precious cargo? With precision, with drama. The crane, fitted with a custom food-safe grabber, or just for show, hovering menacingly nearby, gently lifts the patty. Slowly, carefully, it swings it into position above the waiting toasted bun. This adds an element of suspense, a talking point. Your guests will be mesmerized or possibly question your sanity, but they'll definitely be entertained. It's about making the process an event, not just a meal. Even for a regular-sized burger, the crane can have its uses, albeit more theatrical. Perhaps you use it to lower the top bun, complete with a delicate drizzle of sauce, onto the assembled masterpiece with surgeon-like precision. Or maybe it's employed to dramatically present a skewer of onion rings alongside the finished burger. The point is to inject some unexpected fun and a quirky narrative into your cooking. It makes the entire experience more memorable. Think of it as your signature move, your culinary flourish. It's about taking something familiar and making it extraordinary, even if it's just for a laugh. Remember, cooking should be enjoyable, a creative outlet. And why not? We spend time choosing the best ingredients, carefully cooking each component. Why not make the assembly a spectacle? It's about the showmanship. It shows you care, that you're putting thought and yes, a bit of daftness into it. This isn't about practicality for your everyday burger, of course. It's about those special occasions, or when you just want to do something utterly ridiculous and brilliant. It's a statement. It says, I don't just make burgers, I construct them, I engineer them. So, if you have access to a crane or even just a vivid imagination, why not give the crane technique a go? It's bonkers, but brilliant. Right, the patties are cooked and rested, the cheese is gloriously melted, the buns are toasted, the crane, real or imaginary, has done its job, or you've just used your hands like a normal person. Now it's time for the final assembly, the dressing. This is where you can truly personalize your burger. Start with your toasted bottom bun. A good layer of your chosen sauce, classic ketchup, tangy mustard, creamy mayonnaise, a smoky barbecue sauce, or your own secret burger sauce concoction. Don't be shy, but don't drown it either. It's a balance. Then, perhaps a layer of crisp lettuce to protect that bottom bun a little more from the juices. Next, that magnificent patty, crowned with its molten cheese. Place it gently, then come your other toppings. Slices of ripe tomato, rings of fresh or caramelized onion, perhaps some gherkins for that lovely vinegary crunch. If you're feeling fancy, maybe some crispy bacon or a fried egg with a runny yolk. Avocado? Go for it. The possibilities are endless, but choose toppings that complement each other. Don't just throw everything in there. Think about the textures and flavors working together in harmony. This is your creation, your signature burger. A little more sauce on the top bun before you place it gently on top, completing your masterpiece. Serving suggestions? A great burger deserves great company. Crispy golden chips are a classic, obviously. Season them well, or perhaps some chunky onion rings, deep fried to perfection. A fresh, simple side salad can offer a nice contrast to the richness of the burger. And don't forget a cold drink, a craft beer, a crisp cider, or a good old-fashioned milkshake. Presentation matters too. Serve it on a nice plate, maybe with a little pot of extra sauce on the side. You've put in the effort, so show it off. Make it look as good as it tastes, because we eat with our eyes first. And there you have it, your epic homemade burger, constructed with care, fresh ingredients, and perhaps a touch of crane-assisted madness. The most important part, enjoying it. Taking that first big bite, the juices running down your chin, the combination of flavors and textures exploding in your mouth, that's what it's all about. Making a brilliant burger isn't rocket science. It's about good ingredients, a bit of care, and not being afraid to have some fun with it. So, get in that kitchen, get those ingredients, and build yourself a burger that'll make you proud. Absolutely delicious.